Welcome back to Money Matters with Modupe. Thank you for joining me, and I want you to introduce yourself. Even as you join me, let me know where you're watching from. I want to dive into this important topic. But before then, I want you to just introduce yourself. Let me know where we're watching from. Say hello. Let me know where you're joining from. This is actually as the second time I'm going live. So if this is your first time of joining me live, let me know, indicate, let me welcome you. So let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Modupe Vincent. I'm a certified financial planner. I'm also a legal practitioner of over 25 years experience. And so today I'll be diving into this bold but necessary conversation, which is money knows no gender, and that a man is not your financial plan. Yes, I said it and I will say it again. Money knows no gender. Whether you are a man, whether you are a woman, money does not know that. What money understands is that there are principles, and when you follow the principles, money will attend to you. So for my beautiful ladies who are watching now, who are joining me now, or if you're coming back later to watch a replay of this, I want you to let you know that money knows no gender. And a man is not a financial plan. A plan is a strategy that someone has. And so when it comes to your finances, your only plan, your major plan, your plan should not be that, oh, I have a man who will take care of me. No, that should not be your plan. Why? Because money does not attend to gender. Money does not know whether you are a man or a woman. So this today's discussion is not about bashing men. It's not about saying that no, men are not doing well. No, that is not why we're here. The reason why I'm here is to encourage you, my beautiful ladies, is to let you know that as a woman, you must take responsibility for your own financial well-being. So whether you are a single lady, whether you are married, whether you are separated, I want you to know that you can handle your money, you can create your wealth, and you can create a future that will take you, to create a future that you have a legacy when it comes to your finances. You're not just ordinary, you are equipped, and you can, get something for yourself financially. So before I go on into the tips that I have, I just want to quickly share with you the story of this beautiful lady whom I spoke with, whom I encouraged, and who I was able to set on a financial plan. What happened? I'll call her name Ada because I don't want to reveal her identity. This lady, Ada, was a beautiful lady in her mid-30s, bright, ambitious. And when she told me the story of her life, she told me that she came from a very, good family. All her needs were met. But she was told that when it comes to finances, that all she needed to do was just to get a good man, a man that will help her with finances. So when it came to share savings, when it came to investment, she was not really taught the principles, the skills about money matters. And so she went on with that mindset that, look, she had no problem. All she just needed to do was to get a man, who was rich or who was comfortable and who would take care of her financial needs. And so Ada got married. She lived a very wonderful life. She had lived a good life, and in the course of her marriage, she had children. She wasn't working. Even the business that she felt like starting at one point, she started, but she just gave it up. And then as life went on, she had no savings. She had no investment. She didn't even have an understanding of what her family finances were all about. She left everything to her husband, who was a very good man, a kind man, a man who ensured that Ada had no lack, her children had no lack. They went to very good schools until one day, what happened was that the man was laid off work. just suddenly, without any reason, without any expectation, he was laid off. And so fast forward, it was in the course of this, wanting to know what to do and all that, that she came to me, and then we started discussing, and we started, talking. And this pain, what she was experiencing at this time, was what opened her eyes to let her know that, look, a man is not a financial plan. And so from this story, I want to know, it's a real life. And the interesting thing is, in my course of in the course of my work as a certified financial planner, even as a legal practitioner, I have seen Ada in so many ways. Some women, their eyes were opened at the loss of their husband. Maybe the man passed, and something happened, and then they opened their eyes, and I made them to understand that, look, as a woman, you should be comfortable with money matters. You should be comfortable with your financial matters. Enough of the period when we say that only men do money, only men handle money. No, this is the new life, and we must know that money knows no gender. As long as you understand the principles of saving, as long as you understand the principles of making money, as long as you understand the principles of investment, money will answer to you. And that is why I keep telling people that money knows no gender. Money does not understand who you are. It doesn't understand your age. If you're a 5-year-old, if you're a 10-year-old, if you're a 15-year-old, you see young people becoming wealthy, and you see older people who are in penury, who are relying on other people to help them financially. Why? Because money does not understand gender. Money does not understand age. Money just understands wisdom, principles, application of these principles that will work. So thank you. Let me know where you're watching from, please. As you join me, just let me know who you are, and let me know where you're watching from as well. So I want to just, go and say some things about Ada. And this is what I have seen, the mistake that many women have made. Many women have just left everything when it comes to finances. A lot of women have left everything to the men in their lives, either their fathers, either their husbands, somebody but them. So I want to, some key takeaways from the story that I have shared with you. I want you to just put them down. I want you to note them. And I want you to know that, look, I, as a woman, I need to take control of my money matters. Not because I do not respect the man in my life. Not because I want to bash the man in my life. No, but because I want to take control. Because I want money to work for me, because I want to be able to leave a legacy financially for my children and for other people who are coming behind me. So some of the lessons that I have learned, and I keep repeating these lessons to women so that women, we do not continue to make these mistakes. The first one is that as a woman, never hand over 100% of your financial power. Not even in marriage. For those of us who are married, do not hand over 100% of your financial power. Don't leave everything. I come in contact with women, and when I ask them about the family finance, they don't even know what is going on. They don't know the family investment that they have. If the husband have brought properties, they don't even have a clue. So never hand over 100% of your financial power to a man. Have your own savings, have investments, have assets, contribute to the family finance. Whether you are doing it by contributing money or you are giving advice to that man, do something. So the first lesson is that never hand over 100% of your financial power to a man. The second lesson is that a man may love you, but I can tell you that life can change. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. We're not disputing the fact that that man loves you. One of the ways that we women believe that our husbands or men in our lives love us is when they take control of everything 100%. That is why when we feel that, yes, oh, my husband loves me. Oh, my husband is the one taking care of everything in the house. It's beautiful. If the man can and he's doing it, it's beautiful, it's nice. But what I'm saying is that you must also have an understanding. Don't be ignorant of what is going on. Have your own source of income. That is what I'm saying. The man loves you, beautiful, but anything can change. Don't make that man your financial plan. I said a plan is a strategy. A plan is, your map. How am I going to handle it? How am I going to do this? That is a plan. What I'm saying is, don't make that man your sole plan. Yes, the man is there. He can help you. He can advise you. He can, give you cushion, financial cushion. Yes, we women love that our men give us financial cushion. But what we are saying is that don't let that be your only plan. Have your own plan. Retirement, have your own plan. Your investment, have your own plan. Be able to say that, oh, these are my assets as Modupe Vincent. These are my assets. Not the asset of Tommy Vincent. My husband is my husband. The things that he's given me. I want to be able to say that, yes, this is my own. So the third lesson that we're going to learn is that financial literacy is not a luxury. No. So what we're doing today is we're teaching, one another, is that this is financial literacy. It is not a luxury. It is survival. It's something that every woman must know, understand, teach our daughters, teach the women around us, equip them, empower them financially, let them understand, what money matters is all about. Money matter is not just about having a man. If you ask some ladies, you ask them, okay, so what is it? I say, no, I want to get married to a rich man. Oh, no, I've been told that money matters has to do to men. You must leave that. No, as a woman, one of your strategy financially is that you must have financial literacy. It is not a luxury. It is a survival. It is a need. It is something that you must have. Even if, as at this time, you do not have assets, you do not have anything to show financially, at least be intelligent when it comes to money matters. Be able to advise the men in your life. Be able to say, no. Oh, this is not an asset. Oh, this is an asset. This is not a liability. Be able to contribute financially and intelligently. So that is the third thing, that financial literacy is not a luxury. The fourth lesson I want us to know is that when it comes to what we're doing now, telling women that, look, money knows no gender and that a man should not be a financial plan, we're not greedy. We're not rebellious for wanting our own money. Because, sometimes there was a particular time I went to speak to women, in a Christian gathering. And one woman walked up to me and said something like, but if I want to have my own, does that not mean that I am being rebellious? Does that not mean that, I am not a Christian? I am not being submissive? And I said to her, no. What about the Proverbs 31 woman? She was a woman who was skilled in what she was doing. She was able to make money. And the Bible says that her husband was known in the gates by that woman. Bible told us the things that the woman was able to acquire, the things that she was able to do. I look forward to seeing many women like that. Women who are able to build, women who are able to do things. So when it comes to me saying you should have your own, you are not being greedy, you are not being rebellious. No, the thing is that you are being wise. As a woman who has her own, you are being wise. And a wise man will understand and appreciate a wise woman. And so the fifth lesson I want us to understand is that depending on a man, making a man your financial plan is not protection. Rather, it is vulnerability. You are just being vulnerable. Being vulnerable, disguised in comfort. Oh, I'm comfortable. Oh, I'm okay. I do not need anything. I do not want anything. Even if you are not doing anything, you do not want anything. Think about your children. Think about your grandchildren. Think about the legacy Think about the time when that man is no longer there. What are you going to do? You know, if your husband, if you say that, okay, I have my husband is providing this, think about if you are able to contribute intelligently and tell him, oh, okay, let's invest in other things, or let's invest in stocks, or let's invest in bonds, or let's invest in this. And then you are looking and you're telling him, no, this company is not a good company for us to, invest in. The man will look at you and say, where are you coming from? So, not knowing that a man is not your financial plan and knowing that money knows no gender, I want to challenge you today. Don't think that having a man is protection. It is not protection, because anything can happen, my beautiful ladies. So at this point, I want to know, what is your thoughts with what I have said? What do you think that women should do at this point? I want to read from you in the comments. Okay, so let me keep going on. So at this point, I want to say what every woman must know when it comes to your finances. What must you know? What must you understand? It doesn't matter where you are, whether you are just beginning as a result of this video, you're just beginning your financial journey, or whether you are already on the journey and you do not know what to do. The first thing you must do when it comes to money matters is that you must know your numbers. You must understand your numbers. Ask yourself, what is my source of income? What is bringing in money for me? That is on one side, your income. And then on the other side, you have to ask yourself, what are my expenses? What am I spending this money on? Whether it is the man that is giving you, oh, thank you so much, Sister Oladayo. She said that women should be financially independent. I agree with you 100%. Women should be financially independent. Enough of you relying on the man. Even if you say that, because I hear people say sometimes that, oh, but my husband does not want me to work. So what happens in the event that something happens? Even if he doesn't want you to work, you can still do something from home. Thank God for technology. Or you say that the man says, I'm going to be paying you. If the man is paying you, it is not for you to spend everything on looking fine, on buying clothes and everything. If the man says, no, I don't want you to work, but the man has decided to give you an income, to give you money, use that money wisely is what we're saying. Invest that money in assets. Let that, even if you're not going, let that money be bringing in money for you. Let it be bringing in return for you. So the very first thing you must know is that you must know your numbers. You must know the income that is coming in for you. You must know your expenses. You must know, okay, what are my goals as a woman? Financially, what plans do I have? Okay, I'm so age. What do I want to achieve in the next 5 years? What do I want to achieve in the next 10 years? God willing and God granting us long life. For your children, what do you want to leave for them? So the first thing is that financially, you must know your numbers. That is the starting point. Know your numbers. Know your income, what is coming in. Know your outflows as well. Know your cash flow, what is bringing in money. If you are a business person, which of the business is doing well, you need to know. And then the second thing you must know, after knowing that, after knowing your income and having your expenses on one side, the next thing is that you must start saving. You must start saving consistently, no matter how small. Start putting something aside. Put something aside for the raining day, for the emergency, for that business you want to start, for that investment you want to start. Stop saving money and putting money aside. One thing is that if you do not have an income, if you don't have something that is bringing in you money, it will be very difficult for you to save. So for those who don't have anything, please, I beg you, I beseech you, look for something that will bring in money for you. Start doing something. There are various things that you can do. Maybe in another video, we can look at the various opportunities in making money. But for today, you must start earning something, an income. And if you have just one source of income, please, that one source of income is too small, is close to nothing. You must create other sources of income. And you can create this income not just by you going to look for another job. You can create other source of income from investing. Yes, from investing. So that's the first thing. You must know your numbers. If you are not earning anything, the second thing is that you must start earning. So the third thing is that you must save, and you must start saving consistently. Another thing I want to say is that you must invest. Saving is good, but savings cannot make you wealthy. Savings cannot make you rich. Saving is just to keep you safe in the raining day. Saving is not to make you wealthy. So my beautiful ladies, from savings, you must start to invest. There are various things that we can invest in. Even if you say that, oh, I have just 5,000 naira, you can start investing with 5,000 naira. The important thing is discipline and consistency. If you are consistent, you'll be surprised how much that 5,000 you are putting in, setting aside for your investment, will yield you at the end of the day. It is not enough for you to save. And when you are saving, you must save with a plan. What is my goal? Why am I saving? And from that saving, you must start to invest. You know, I thank God for this Money Matters with Modupe, because we're going to be coming on live to talk about different things. Investment. How can I make my money grow? So another thing that you must do, another lesson, is that you must have a plan B, because life happens. That's the reality. What happens? If something happens to that job, for those who are salary earners, if something happens to your job, what is your plan B? What will keep bringing you money? Because don't forget, you will have to keep spending. Whether you have a job or not, you have to pay. You have to buy data. You have to transport yourself. You know, there are things that you have been doing that you cannot stop just because you don't have a source of income. Another thing that you must know, another lesson, is that, like I said, you must be financially literate. You must understand, because that is why I said money knows no gender. What money understands is principles, is skills. Money wants to, once you understand what cash flow is all about, let me use that as an example. Cash flow simply means the movement of cash, the income you have. The direction of your money, the direction of your income, the direction of that money comes to you determines where you are going. So that is what I mean by cash flow. So if your money, the money you are receiving every time, only goes to expenses, oh, I need to pay this, I need to buy this, I need to pay these bills, oh, I need to buy this. If that is the only where your money goes, then I can tell you, I'm not a prophet of doom, but I can tell you categorically that you're not going to be wealthy with that kind of behavior. But if you get money and then you split your money, some goes into assets, building of investment, then I can tell you that you have started to create wealth for yourself. So you need to understand, and these are the things that, people who are wealthy, these are the things that they do. These are the things that sets the wealthy apart from the poor. Not that the poor have two heads or the wealthy have two heads. No. The only thing that differentiates them is what they do with their income and what they do with their time. And that is why I'm saying and appealing to you as women, money knows no gender. So don't make that man your financial plan. Imagine that man doesn't even understand as well. What will happen to that family? It means that you have started to build a generation of poor people, but that will not be your portion. So, as women as well, another lesson I want you to learn from this story is that you must have a voice. Financial decisions, have a voice, be able to talk, be able to say this. So let me say at this point, please, as women, don't wait for a crisis period before you wake up financially. I want today's topic to be a wake-up call for you as a woman. Be wise financially. Start having plans financially. Decide that this is what I want to do. And as we go on, you will understand how you can create plans for yourself. Plan outside of a man. Your husband should not be your plan financially. And women as well, your children should not be your retirement plan, thinking, oh, I've spent all my years for them, so my children should be able to take care of me. Remember that those children are also just starting their lives. And it will only be a blessing, like my Bible says, that a good person will leave an inheritance. So what are you leaving for your children? So I want to ask you, what are your thoughts concerning the things that I've talked about, the principles that I have talked about? Have you ever seen anything happen, somebody like Ada? Like I said, I see a lot of Adas every day. In my practice, I see a lot of Adas. In my practice as a lawyer, in my practice as a certified financial planner, I see a lot of Adas. Christians, Muslims, young ones, old ones, middle ones. Just so, the only difference is their names and their situation. So share with me, have you seen anyone like Ada? And so I also want to ask, what is the one step you are going to take to strengthen your finances today? What do you want to do? What do you want to do differently from what you have been doing? Because you need to do something. You need to make a change. It is said that if you continue to do the things you have been doing, that is the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expect to have a different result. It won't work. It won't happen. So I want you to know, my beautiful ladies, that your financial destiny is in your hands. So whatever you want it to be is in your hands. You have the power to change it. You have the power to make amends to the things that you have been doing wrong. But know that money knows no gender. Don't make a man your financial plan. You need to start learning. You need to start, building. You need to start saving. And you need to start earning more. Remember that your future depends on what you do. On what you do, not on who you are with. Yes, maybe a few people have been, they have married wealthy men and they have been able to pass wealth to them. But what will happen to the wealth itself? You have to be financially intelligent. So I want to ask you, do you have savings? If you do not have savings, why don't you have savings? I want to ask you, do you have investment? Because I said that having just savings alone is not enough. You have to move from that place of saving and move to investment. What are your sources of income? How many sources of income do you have? Do you know that from that one source, you can contribute, you can multiply the other sources? Do you know? Do you know how you can create other sources of income from that major one source of your income? What are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? And let me just say this as well. A lot of women also believe that, okay, because I am married, that just came to me because it was one of the matters that I treated last week as well. Women just feel that, well, I have made that man my financial plan. Oh, the man has left this for me. The man has left that for me, for the children and all that. Do you know that if, for instance, the man dies without a will, that can be a problem for you? A woman that you are leaning and making that man your financial plan. Do you know that it can be a problem where the man that you have made your plan has died and that man has no will? Or if the man that you have married and you believe the man, has going to take care of me and all that, and then Maybe you did not marry the man under the statutory law. And maybe the kind of marriage you have is the customary form of marriage. Do you know that making that man your financial plan is all gone? It's all gone. Because if what you have is a customary form of marriage, it means that in the event that something happens to that man's assets that you have been planning and believing that belongs to you only, do you know that those things will be shared according to the man's custom? So what happens to you then? Since at that time, all you have done is to make that man your financial plan. See, there are intricacies when it comes to something that does not belong to you, but belongs to somebody else. And you are relying and making that somebody else thing your own. There are intricacies there. There are principles of law that guides that distribution. As long as that thing does not belong to you, is not in your name. And that is why I'm saying to you, my beautiful women, money knows no gender. Don't make that man your financial plan. Start thinking, what can I do? What should I do? How can I handle it? So at this point, I want to say thank you for staying with me even till this time. Please, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I want to ask you to please take a few minutes and just subscribe to my channel. There are so many wonderful, topics and that I have done. I have legal tips there. I have money tips there. And I will be coming up with something else that is so passionate to me. I'll be introducing that as well. But there I have legal tips. For instance, what every woman must know legally and things like that. So please subscribe to my channel. I want you to please like it. Please let me hear from you, and please tag another woman. Just don't listen to it. Tag another woman. Send to them. Let them subscribe. Let them know. And I'm always available to take your questions. You can send a DM to me. You can send a message to me on WhatsApp. I'm willing, and that is one thing I'm here to do, to guide you legally and to guide you financially. So let me know your take. What have you been able to gain from this? What topic would you want us to also, treat as the days, the weeks, come by? Remember, every Saturday, I will be here live, to discuss on money matters. So what do you want us to treat? Investment, creating assets, whatever. Just let me know. And I'll be willing and I'll be so excited to share with you. So at this point, I just want to say thank you. And I want you to remind you that please don't make a man your financial plan. You can do it. Thank you, Ola. Thank you. You can do it. And age should not also be a barrier. Don't say that, oh, I'm still in school. You can start creating wealth as a young person. Imagine by the time you're 25, by the time you're 30, you have your own bag. Hallelujah. And you're able to, bless other people. You're able to do other things. A man is not a financial plan. No. Money knows no gender. As long as you understand the principles of wealth, of money, you can create something for yourself. Don't forget that your future depends on what you do and not with who you are, with who you stay with. Earn something for yourself. Save, invest, start with mutual funds. You can even start buying foreign shares right from here. There are certain platforms by which you can buy from. Don't say that, oh, I don't even have money. I don't have so much money. I don't have so much money. You can start buying, even fractions. Facebook, Apple, Microsoft, you can start buying, start creating wealth from where you are. Don't say that, no, I'm not earning. That money that you are being given, oh, my husband does not want me to work, but he's giving you something. Take out of that something and start creating wealth for yourself. Buy shares. Dangote, MTN, buy. I usually tell myself that the things that I use, I will not just be giving you money. You also have to be giving me money. And that is what shares and stocks, that is what they do. Because at the end of the day, at the end of their financial year, they must give you something as long as they declare a profit. So as I am using MTN, you must also be paying me. And how can they pay me? It's by me buying a fraction of what they have. I take Pepsi every time. I love it so much. I told myself I need to buy a part of them. And that is what I have done. You don't have to have so much money. Like I said, if you have 5,000, you can start investment. And it is investment that will make you grow. It is investment that will give you that financial, that wealth that we're talking about. Wealth is not just for men. Thank you so much, Sister Benedicta. Thank you for joining. It's not just, it's not just for men. What you do, show your children, help them to also start creating wealth. Let that girl know that it's not just about daddy. It's not just about your husband. You yourself can create your wealth. Engage them. Engage them. It's not about who you're with, but it's about you yourself, what you know. And I appeal to you once again, do not hand over 100% of your financial power to somebody else. A man may love you, but I say that life may change. Don't wait for when you are in that financial crisis before you start taking charge. You start taking control. When you end that salary, what do you do with the salary? Is there anything you have set apart? Remember I said, the side where your money flows to will determine where you're headed for. So once again, I want to say a very big thank you because of our time. If there are questions, please let me see. You can put them in the comments so that I can attend to them. Your questions don't have to be related to what we have talked about today. It could be from something else. Maybe I said something on law that you want clarity on. Maybe I said something, outside what we are talking about that you want clarity on. You can put it down. I will attend to it. So once again, thank you. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to Money Matters with Modupe. Please share with your friends. This channel is specifically for women, to help them, to empower them financially, to also empower them legally as well. Yes, and before I end this live, I just want to say that next week is our Father's Day. And I want to go live on Saturday, the 14th of June. I want to speak to our men on what our men should know financially. Our men work so hard. They work so hard to provide for us. Yes, yes, she says that the return on investment, that is the ROI, is quite small with these investment platforms you mentioned. Yes, the reason why I mentioned it is for those who are here who think that, because that is the challenge I have when I speak to women on investment. They tell me most times, oh, I don't have so much money, or I'm not, because some women are not working at all. Some women are not earning anything. And that is why that is the starting point. Yes, the return on investment is low. There are other forms of investment that brings more higher investments, return on investment. And my sister, we shall talk on that. We shall have another day when we'll go live on investment. All we're going to talk about is investment, the different kind of investment, the different kind of return on those investments. We're going to look at them. We're going to look at the small ones because it depends on where you are. Some people can only afford 5,000 naira. That is why I use that. Some people have so much money, 500,000, 1 million. What they will be investing in will be small, will be different. And one thing when it comes to investment is also diversification. So it may be small, but depending on how much you're also putting into it. So imagine if you are putting like 200 or 500,000 every month. what your return will be different from somebody who has put in 5,000. Because one thing I advocate on when it comes to investment, I tell women to always diversify. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Thank you for Sister Tosi for joining me. I see my mommy here, Mommy Grace Popola. Thank you so much for also joining me. So don't forget, this Saturday I'll be speaking to our men on money matters. It is not just enough for them, to be making the money and saying that I just want to make my family comfortable. Men, you have to also think about the future. You also have to think about when you are no longer there. What steps should you take legally to protect that family that you are working for? So that would be our own Father Day's gift to our men. So please let your husbands, your brothers, any man in your life that you want, to help, we're going to help them to put their financial house in order. Like I said, I am a lawyer. I am a certified financial planner. I have over 25 years experience. And recently, I'm now on the bench. So I want to help all those mistakes, costly mistakes that I see our men make. I want to see that we help them to put their house in order. So the date is on Saturday, on the 14th, and exactly 10 a.m. I'll be sharing. As a woman, you can also be there so that you can, continue. You can even come, both of you, husband and wife, come, watch, learn, so that you can also grow together. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, to subscribe if you have not. Please also share. Thank you so much. I'll see you at the top. Please be money wise. Know that you can do it. I'm rooting for you. You can. Thank you so much. God bless you. See you at the top. Bye. Thank you.